Hey there, everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website. And this is Andrew Teo. If you look back at some of the videos on the website, you'll see a couple of Andrew. This is the swing we started with. This is just about a year ago, a little more, maybe 13 months. And Andrew's not a bad player. He's about a 8 handicap, or at least he was. He's a little better now, but you can see that most of the shots that he's going to hit are going to start left to target. He's going to aim to the right most of the time, and there's a definite over acceleration. It goes slow and then it accelerates. So this has been very, very difficult to fix because Andrew is just not aware of what what's happening there. So we've done all sorts of things. Here's a slow motion, stop and go, any kind of segmented swings, always trying to see if we can become more aware of the timing and make a smooth backswing. But you can always see this one was another slow one. There's a little bit of a pause in the middle about P3 and then a lift to the top. So it's always nice when you get a breakthrough. There's another one. So you can see it might look like, okay, here's the instruction, like don't lift. Like your backswing is pretty good to here. Now don't do that. But if you're not aware of it, it's really hard to fix. So today he took about 3 weeks. I haven't seen him in a few weeks, but today I focused a little bit more on trying to get the focus to be on a smooth, continuous motion to the top of the swing where it doesn't pause or over accelerate. So this was a big moment. He actually noticed what he was doing in the middle of a swing and he stopped and he cut it off. So watch what happens here. So right about here is where Andrew is pretty developed in the upper part of his body. And when I say upper, not just above the waist, but above the rib cage. Big shoulders, pecs, and biceps. And it just seems like and he's even explained it to me, it's a lot easier to finish his backswing with this lift. So here, he starts lifting and he stops. Now let's watch as he regroups. Now he's going to start over again. Now that's really good and continuous for Andrew. It's not perfect. You know, there's still a little raising going on right up in here, but it's continuous. Now there's a lot of things in the downswing that with that abrupt lifting and then the flattening of the club and the over the top move that you saw in that very first swing, he's never really had the ability to lean the club back on that right forefinger and get that right arm to adduct and move in front of his rib cage, so the right arm is always back even when the swing gets better. So watch the down the line swing. I usually, this is something I've done many times, I'll put the couple of shafts together and put it just in front of that right shoulder, and this should keep the left arm inward, closer to the body coming down. So this is the same thing on this swing. He feels the hesitation happening. He's going to hoist it up, and now he's going to fix it a little bit better. So that is really different. That's a very uniform swing for him. This is almost no lifting. Club doesn't get crazy. Now what we do want to do, and this is what we talked about, we want to get the club to set up on his forearm and get a little bit more vertical at P3, where the club would be a little more up on the plane. And if the club wasn't as laid off here, if it was more up this way, maybe we could get it to flatten to that point. So that's the next step, but that has been beyond what we're able to do as long as he gets this thing overly lifted. So this is way, way better. Big breakthrough here. And now we can really work on maybe not rolling the face open as much, or getting the backswing a little bit more on plane instead of getting the shaft flat. And then we'll keep working on trying to keep the shoulder angle from lifting. And then from there, if we can get the approach to keep sneaking back deeper, then we can start hitting some shots that start better on line. But again, it's always nice to see a breakthrough. So here's a slow motion swing. See, again, that's very tight for him, but almost no lift at all. Now we can really work on getting the right arm to move itself into the body more on the downswing. Once we get this sensation of pace and uniform tempo on the backswing. So, very cool.